Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have to talk about the brand new Monster High animated with Flaunt Your Skeleton and Horror Scared that came out yesterday. Initially I was gonna wait until Monday to cover this episode, like always, trying to keep a schedule. But if you really think about what happened in this episode, like it's pretty groundbreaking stuff, so I thought screw it, let's just talk about it right now. So let's get into it. We have, oh my god, girl, we have so much to talk about. Okay, so starting off with Horror Scare, which obviously features Cleo and Frankie, a lot of screen time between them. And usually when I do these breakdowns of the episodes, I do a shot by shot of how the episode, progresses. But because there's only one main plot in each episode, in each half of the episode, I feel like I don't want to waste time. Let's just get straight into the juicy part, which is Cleo and Frankie have moments together, and it's so cute. This is the first one that they share. They're dancing in the coffin bean. They're, because the whole thing is Cleo has this app. It tells her that she's gonna get a visit from this like dragon icon pearl influencer. She's gonna come over and now she believes the app, and so she wants to get ready a whole event for Pearl, this dragon monster, and so they're preparing the coffin bean for her, arrival. Allegedly, as we'll find out, she doesn't actually show up, but they're preparing, and so they sweep up the coffin bean, and they play some music, but then Laguna comes in, turns off the music because everyone in the Monster High School is using this horror scare app, which is like a horoscope that tells you what's going to happen. And so for Laguna, it says that if you play music or something, it will attract her true love. And so she keeps playing this trombone, like huge instrument, and it blows everyone away. It's horrible. And so because she doesn't want to miss out on her love finding her, she takes away the radio, and so they make up their own song. Frankie starts singing, humming, and then they dance really cutesy. It's so cute. Like, girl, look at this look. And it's like, oh, they're dancing together with no music. Like, how is that is even cuter? Like, what? The next moment is when they're baking. So apparently this Pearl dragon influencer loves these type of cookies, so they start baking a batch of them. And so Cleo accidentally gets electrified by Frankie while she touches Frankie, and so they splatter a lot of dough, a lot of batter everywhere, and so some of it lands on her face, and wouldn't you know it, it's a cliche of cliches. Frankie, wipes it away with their finger. It's so cute. Like, excuse me, who gave them permission to be this dang cute? Like, what is happening? Like, I almost thought like it was like just in my head, like, is this actually like happening, published on Nickelodeon? Like, they actually like did this? Like, it's insane. It's so cute, and it's like so wholesome, but it's like you never think they would actually go there, but they did, and it's so cute. And so they laugh it off, having a good time. But even the fact, like, after Frankie wipes off the batter off of her cheek, they have this moment, and it lasts like a good 5 seconds. They just look at each other. I'm telling you, like, it's insane. Like, they really kept that moment longer than they needed to really hit the message home that there's a crush developing here. And so the next so here under the table, Deuce is hanging out, and he eats the cookies that they just made. So yeah, we get a little shot of them together, but I mean, come on. Unfortunately for G3, it does not seem likely that they will be an item anytime soon. So the next moment that they share is when Frankie introduces the Fear Squad to Cleo so they can perform a peppy little rally for Pearl, which is amazing. And so she gets super excited, and she thanks Frankie, and she even holds her face, saying like, I adore your brain, saying basically, I adore you. And then she blushes, Frankie, they blush. It's so cute. I'm so great. I'm not crying, you're crying. Look at this moment. Like, literally, like, I cannot even, like, like, literally I'm shrieking, like, it's insane. And then we get a close-up of Iris, you know, like I just thought she looked really good. And then the next moment is outside. They're supposed to, again, allegedly, they were supposed to meet Pearl at the gates, and so they ran away from Torlight because Torlight has a little subplot in this episode, in this, you know, in this runtime, where apparently, like, someone's gonna infiltrate Monster High, and it's her worst enemy, which is humans. So Torlight has convinced that, you know, humans are gonna invade Monster High, and so she sets up traps, and so she, you know, she tries to catch Cleo and Frankie because she's under the impression that Cleo's visitor is human. So anyways, they get away safely, and so because Frankie actually saves Cleo by using their, you know, gadget hand, they kind of like become Spider-Man for a second, and then Cleo says, "You saved me," and it's like, oh my god, it's like so cute. Like the way she says it, it's like I can't, I'm gagging, I'm gagged. And then the last scene here at the very end is you know, Cleo's disappointed, obviously, after finding out that the horror scare app, which actually was made by Ghoulia, is a scam. It's not real. It's all lies. So she gets upset, obviously. Frankie, they knock at Cleo's door, and they hand her a little necklace, and it's so cute, girl. Like, in the way Cleo like expresses herself, like the gratitude, and then she's like, she thinks twice before inviting Frankie in, to make more necklaces. It's absolutely adorable, and Frankie's like, I hoped you would say that, and so we can make more necklaces. That's so adorable. And so here, you know, Cleo is super happy because, you know, obviously she's starting to realize that maybe something's up here, and so they have a little moment. Here while they're sitting on the bed, they accidentally touch hands, and you can see some lightning, some sparks, you know, right there from Frankie, and then they look at each other, and again, this moment, it lasts. It's like it just kind of stays there for 5 seconds, and it's like they just look at each other, like eye contact for days, and then it's so sentimental, it's so wholesome, and that's the last shot. So yeah, I mean, it's the other shots here are basically of the other things that happened in the episode. So here we have some more shots of Manny, Iris, Barkimedes, Torlight, you know, Torlight, her plot. So, but yeah, basically this whole episode was one big message, basically saying that, you know, it's becoming actual canon that Frankie and Cleo are probably gonna start dating, like, in the next episode. I mean, up to now, they've been leading up to it. You know, they've been sprinkling little moments of Frankie and Cleo having cute little moments, interactions, even with the last episode, Crushed, where Frankie got upset over not getting into the fear-leading team. They had a really nice sentimental moment. So they've been bonding, and I love that they just really built up this relationship naturally, very organic, little by little. You know, they didn't force it, and the best part is it doesn't feel forced. That is the best part. It feels so organic, so natural, and if you didn't grow up with Monster High, then you probably have no problem with this, because it's just a cute relationship that's just getting stronger and stronger. It's just such a good bond. They have such good chemistry. Like, are you kidding me? I feel like the only problem here is not even about them. It's about the G1 Monster High fans that want Deuce to be with Cleo and G3. That's the only problem I see here, because the OG fans will never be truly okay with Cleo not being with Deuce. But I think I see the two generations as different versions, and for me, this is perfect. It's honestly something I never would have thought I would be able to see today, but it's happening. It's happening, and I'm so happy we're getting this type of representation in kids media, especially on Nickelodeon. Like, who would you have ever believed that would have happened with Monster High, with Cleo and Frankie? I would have called you crazy. So this is amazing representation. I'm so happy this is happening, and I can only hope that in future episodes they keep building up this relationship, and hopefully maybe even lead up to a kiss. I can't. Now, the other half of the episode is Flaunt Your Skeleton, which is about Ghoulia overcoming her fear. Not fear, it's more like stage fright, where, well, we'll get to that part in a second, but it features Skelly vanderbone, which is she's obviously being voiced by Trixie Mattel, a drag queen icon. And once you hear the voice performance, like, they're not even trying to hide it. Like, This is a drag queen character in G3 Monster High. Did you just hear what I said? It's a drag queen in Monster High. Canon. It's fact. Like, they're not even trying to hide it. It's not like they tried to pitch up her, like, Trixie's voice. They didn't try to change it. They didn't try to like change the humor of Trixie and how obviously it's scripted, but like just the way Trixie speaks. Like, they didn't try to change anything. Like, it's all here. You can hear Trixie Mattel. You can hear Brian here. Trixie's real name. And so this to me signalizes that this is a drag queen personality, like, for sure. Like, I have no doubt about it. I feel like it's also just amazing because it's Trixie. Not only is it a drag queen character, but it's also Trixie Mattel voicing this character. Like, there's two iconic layers here. It's just so amazing. So we get here at the introduction of Skelly when she enters the auditorium, because she's going to teach the theater class to just teach them theater and singing and dancing. But so she enters riding Nightmare, Miss Bloodgood's horse. So looks amazing. I love the look. Looks really great. And we get a close-up because Ghoulia is really enamored with Skelly. She really likes her. She's her icon. And so Skelly introduces herself like, hello students, it's me, Skelly vanderbone, iconic sculpted skeleton personality. And so they start, practicing singing. And here's where Ghoulia gets, stage fright, basically, where she can only say brains. And it's like whenever she sees Skelly vanderbone, she stumbles and all she can say is brains. So she cannot sing anymore normally in front of Skelly, which is not really good because obviously the whole show is with Skelly vanderbone in it. So, and she's her icon. Again, it's like really hard. And so Ghoulia, Laguna, and Frankie start to, practice, singing in front of Skelly posters and like, the video game that by the way, so Skelly has her own video game, which is amazing. It's like a dance competition kind of like game where you gotta dance like in an arcade. It's amazing. So here we get our first I think this is my favorite scene because it really showcases Skelly, her personality, and it just really proves my point more about her being a drag queen. So Ghoulia's in the auditorium, obviously feeling very frustrated because she cannot perform in front of Skelly vanderbone. So Skelly asks what is happening with Ghoulia, and so Ghoulia tells her what's happening with the brain freeze, and tells her that she wishes she could be like her. And then that's so cute. Here's the cutest part. So Skelly replies, "Trust me, no one wants you to be like me." And then she says, "The world can barely handle one of me." So, I mean, that could be just like a throwaway line, like, oh my gosh, like we're all unique and, right? But to me, it has sub-layers. It has hidden, niches and elements of like LGBTQA plus, and you just and identifying differently, being queer, growing up differently, and feeling like an outsider. Which, reminder, that is what Monster High is all about. Monster High is about inclusivity, being different, and embracing your differentness, and all your flaws and freaky flaws, right? So that's the point of Monster High, just in case you forgot. Because I heard some people had a problem with this character and like that she's a drag queen, and also being voiced by Trixie Mattel. And I don't get it because this is actually perfect. It's just as perfect as when Lady Gaga, stepped in with her campaign with Monster High and they made a doll, a music video. Like, it's just as perfect like with that collaboration because they both stand for the same thing. And so with Trixie Mattel voicing this character, it's the same thing all over again. Like, it is perfect. I feel like it's perfect. These two creatives coming together, Monster High, Trixie Mattel. This character is perfect for Trixie. I mean, it's basically Trixie Mattel as a skeleton, it's straight up. Like, so I don't understand why people are having a problem with this. Like, it's perfect. But so anyways, basically the end of the episode is about Skelly, revealing that she also had struggles when she was starting out with the business, showcasing her talent and, just performing on stage. She used to have this like brittle bones, something that, you know, happens to skeletons apparently, where they cannot stop shaking. But then instead of like trying to stop that, she embraced it, and then she became the superstar that she is now because of her sick moves, you know, like, so, and so she tells Ghoulia to embrace her differentness and like try to, you know, just make it part of your thing. It's your thing. Yes. And so Ghoulia kind of like tries her best, and so at the end they have a big, you know, show, and here we can see Ghoulia and again, have I just said that Skelly's outfit is amazing? Like, there were different versions, one in orange, one in pink, and they chose the green and pink one, actually purple, I guess. It looks amazing. I love her design. And so here we get a whole song, which the song, Flaunt Your Skeleton, it actually came out on the EP a while ago. So it's not new, but I was wondering where it would come into play. At first I thought it was like Skelita, but nope, it's actually, you know, Skelly, which is also amazing. So they perform, it's all amazing, and you can really hear Trixie's voice acting, you know, and also just singing voice come into play. They have cute moments, and then at the very end, Ghoulia overcomes her fear, and she sings Brains, and it's her thing now, and she has overcome her stage fright. They have a cute little, you know, group shot, and that is basically the end of the episode. And here we have some more pictures of Ghoulia and the other scenes that happened without Skelly. Here we have actually our first look at Sir Hoots-a-Lot, Ghoulia's pet. Looks amazing, and we get more shots of Frankie and Laguna and, you know, Brains. That's really cool. The frustration, that, you know, stage fright. We get more shots of Laguna looking cute with Manny. Like, I never thought they would be a cute combo, but I guess they are. And yeah, that's basically it. I loved this episode as well. Again, I just feel like the representation here is so subtle. It's very inclusive, and it's not like in your face. Like, they did not say outright that it's a drag queen, or like that, you know, like it's like nothing. Like, it's very inclusive but done right. And I love that they got a drag queen, and then of course Trixie Mattel, and then of course the character herself, Skelly, being so iconic. It just all fits perfectly to me, and I love that they really, you know, went there. I never thought this would happen with this new generation of Monster High, but it really seems that they're turning it around, and I'm honestly like really surprised and impressed. I can only hope that they keep this up. So yeah, that was pretty exciting stuff, but that was the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are down below on this newest episode. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the adulty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.